Welcome back, everyone. I'm the Depressed Eeyore, and this is Divinity Original Sin 2. Let's get going. So yeah, some of these things are actually lootable, but they're kind of hard to see because for some reason they're not revealed. Also, I am lagging like crazy. Okay, seems like it balanced itself out.
I've spotted something.
Alright, I'll take that up. And there it is. Alright.
Volumes upon volumes. I can't imagine the vastness of knowledge recorded here. What's this? I found something.
Okay, hidden door here. Unusual blade.
I can feel my source power draining at the merest touch. Tenebrium is truly a material of the void. I can feel my source power draining at the merest touch. Tenebrium is truly a material of the void.
Sure I can't lockpick this. Every level too low.
I can feel my source power draining at the merest touch. Tenebrium is truly a material of the void.
Alright, well, I know it's in there. It's another pyramid. I believe it, or at least I believe that's what's in there.
The transparent artifact glimmers of its own accord, as if conducting light from another world, another plane of living. As your hand nears it, it shivers and speaks. Your head perks. You know these words. This is the language of demons. Few have heard it spoken aloud.
Connected as one. The past and the present slave. Absolution and redemption await the one whose sins are many.
Place the artifact in your pack.
The hilt of a blade, I do believe. But clearly no ordinary blade.
We found the entrance to the archive. I learned how the Black Ring attempted to get past the tech fog that surrounds Blood Moon Island. We found the second half of Anathema. We are in possession of both halves of Anathema. Tarquin will want to know of our success. So pretty much that was what Tarquin was looking for. So that's why I didn't bother turning in the other thing. But more importantly, we leveled up. So major thing we need to do is increase our wits. And our strength. Okay, I'm currently working on... Looks like I'm working on warfare at the moment. Is there anything else I really want? Only other thing I would want is Scoundrel to increase my crit damage in general. Right now, we'll just continue working on warfare. You, on the other hand, is far easier to deal with. Just get one more intelligence. And then we want, that's 4, that's 5, 4, and 4. Let's get more Geomancer. It takes care of all of that. There's the archivist right there. We'll deal with that in a second. And by a second, I mean right now.
The spirit urgently passes a hand across the spines, whispering each tome's title as she comes across it.
No, it isn't here. This is impossible. You, my sister, help me find it. There is little time.
play along and point to the shelf. There's a copy of Spirits and Spectres just right there.
This is no time for pranks, my friend. The Doctor's arrogance may end us all. He has released a dark presence upon us. It must never sing the taming. The hymnals must be destroyed. And yet, I see no sign one was ever here. You must help me look.
Her hands fan furiously across the tomes like a pianist's upon the keys.
Tell her you'd like to know more about this, Doctor.
You must be feverish, though I wouldn't be surprised. Dr. David was surely ill to risk all that he's built here. Now be silent. Your questions vex me, and I have no time for idle chatter.
She hushes you with an index finger held to your lips and continues her search.
Be on your way. Forgotten and the Damned. We learned the Taming of the Holy Fire, the hymn that will allow us to enter the vaults of Blood Moon Island. We learned that all the copies of the book that bears the hymn, Taming of the Holy Fire, were lost when the island was overrun. It is not clear where they could be now. We learned that the High Priest hymn allows you to enter the vaults. Perhaps the hymn was recorded on a book somewhere. We learned about the demonically possessed beings who are imprisoned in the vaults. They are being restrained thanks to the power of the priest who stayed back to watch them even after death. We're probably not going to finish that quest line because it required... Well, one, I've heard it's bugged. I've seen it's bugged. The other reason is it requires persuasion, which I don't really have. But essentially there are 3 vaults, and each of them have essentially a possessed person in it, and you have to pretty much find a way to deal with them. And one of them is actually pretty nasty to deal with, because what it can do is it can possess one of your party members, and there's no other way to remove them unless you kill your party member. Opening the book, you read the description of attempts to exorcise a child. It seems the priests were quickly overwhelmed by demons within. They were never able to find even an echo of the child's soul. Silent one. We read a book reporting on the failed exorcism of a child. It seems that the demonic parasite was too strong and that all traces of the child's soul seemed to have faded from sight. That's just a silly book of blanks. Level 15 staff called Divinity. Wand. Simple rhyme. Come join me where it's hot. Come join me at the fire. Come join me around the pot. That's how we... Okay, I think we've read that before. Incurable cases should be handled with utmost reverence and care. It is no small thing to commit sorry, misclicked. Incurable cases should be handled with the utmost reverence and care. It is no small thing to commit 2 souls to the vault. Yes, 2, the possessed and a priest to watch after them, and from this life into the next. Hallowed be those who sacrifice themselves for this holy purpose. Oh yeah, that's another thing. You have to convince the spirits to unlock the doors for you. Not that it's really that difficult. That actually requires persuasion as well, unless you devour them. Alas, another lost cause. The demon has merged so completely with its host that it's hard to tell which one you are speaking to at any given time. Delusions of grandeur. We found a tome that detailed a case of possession. It stated that efforts to save the victim have proved to be futile, and that it was difficult to tell if it was the victim or the demon that spoke at any particular moment. Carve and chisel a piece of rock, drown it in ale to make it talk, enchant it with dust and see it birth the rock rune's power from the earth. Hey, an Onslaught skill book. Now I know Onslaught. Which I don't have room for. Target creature characters' dodging is increased by 90% and movement speed. Okay. Question is, do I really want that? I got nothing else to put there, so why not? Ornate hymnal. Graceful script and precise musical notation decorate each page of this beautifully bound hymnal. Not every scholar could comprehend its meaning, but you are able to decipher it. The taming of the holy fire. Guardian burning bright with soulful flame, abide the sacred call, reveal the godless hall. Winged keeper's song doth bid you break, the priest shall scry the demon's lies, the chains await their captive, from stone to dust, from stone to dust. Pretty sure we've read that before, but that's okay. All these books are running together for me. Of Rhyme, we've already got one of those. Pile of books. I just grabbed something, apparently. Stardust and a spoon. Tales of the Seven Gods. Other Tales of the Seven Gods. Wish this thing would actually mark if you've read it or not. Hope you enjoy me looting stuff, because that's what I'm going to be doing a lot of. Whirlwind, which I already have. Leggings. Strength-based. Wits, poison resistance, retribution, and dodging. And it's a heck of an upgrade from what I had before. So there you go. Okay, medical reports. This was a most difficult case indeed. The demon who had attached itself to this particular soul fed on pain. There was no amount of suffering the individual could endure that did not cause the demon the greatest joy. In the end, it was safer and more humane to commit both the soul and the demon to the vaults. Bound by pain. We read a book detailing a case of demonic possession. It noted that the demon inhabiting the victim was a creature that fed on pain. Attempts to exorcise it only served to nourish it while causing great agony for the victim. Constitution, Hydrosophist, and Bartering. Yeah, sure, you can have it. Okay, now for the Archivist's Journal. Dark presence encroaches. Let this journal serve, then, as a monument to truth, a rare treasure in a world built on lies. To whomever reads this, please know we only intend to protect, never harm. No priest I know would see the innocent suffer. Blood Moon Island's very purpose was to keep Revlon safe, to exorcise and cleanse, to relieve demon-infested souls where we might find them. No, not every victim is so easily purified. These are the unlucky ones, destined to writhe eternally, vessels for the demons too stubborn to return to the plane they call home. Elenessa was one such vessel. Deva brought the elf sorcerer here. She was limp, glass-eyed, silent. We all felt the presence when we drew near. We knew such darkness could never be cast out. She would be banished to the vaults, along with the priest unlucky enough to shackle her. But it was never to be. Deva had tired of seeing brothers and sisters sacrificed. He performed the exorcism on Elenessa himself, in spite of our protest, in spite of our prayers. And so the shadow was released. Elenessa did not survive the exorcism, but I take some comfort in knowing an ancestor tree will grow where she fell. As for Deva, I do not know his fate. I rushed to the archive, knowing the presence must never allowed to sing the hymn and enter the vault. Yet I have found but one where the rest may be. I can't be certain, so now I wait. The shadow will soon engulf me. Whatever Blood Moon Island might become, know that it once was a temple of hope and healing. I pray this is how you remember us. Archivist Blair Sadao. We discovered the truth about the ancestor tree, how it was once an elf called Elenessa who was possessed by a demonic force. A doctor known as Deva brought her to the island in an effort to save her. He carried out an exorcism against the wishes of his colleagues, which ultimately freed the demon from Elenessa, killing her in the process. The demon then devastated the island. What came of Deva is unknown. We should keep this information in mind. Okay, let's see. Anything else we are missing? I think we grabbed everything. Except these books over here, apparently. Alright, I think we're good to go. Let's get out of here. Actually, can I talk to you again?
The spirit urgently passes...
No, no, you, my sister. Help me find it. There is little time.
So you can be no help if you do not know what you're looking for.
This is no time to feign ignorance, my friend. The doctor's arrogance may end us all.
Okay,
And
we
yet,
got that.
Her
We got
hands
that.
fan furiously across the tomes, like a pianist's upon the keys.
Quiz her about the dark presence. What is it exactly?
a malignance more rotten than any I've known, sister. It should have been confined to the vaults. I'd have offered myself up for the sacrifice had I known the doctor's intentions. Now be silent. Your questions vex me, and I have no time for idle chatter.
She hushes you with an...
Okay, no additional information. And this thing here I can't open. I think I need more source, but I'm not sure. I don't remember how I opened it last time. I might have actually picked it, which I don't have that much thievery on this group though. Alright, well, in any case, let's get moving. There's some stuff in this, where is it? Over here? Yeah, it's over here. There's the tree that was in question is over there. We're not going to mess with that just yet. I think I'm going to do some stuff with the elves next before I do anything involving that tree.
Odd old thing, isn't it?
The great forge is black with a soot of ancient work. Inside is a casting for an ornate handle, flecked with glittering bits of silver.
So you can actually use the bars that we've been finding and put it in that forge, and you can craft levers, which you need to fix some broken levers that are, well, broken. And there were some mushrooms over there. I will not grab them. Mainly because I'm too lazy to go back over there. So yeah, those are black rings. If the demon was still alive, he would actually give us a job to kill those guys. And I believe the black ring that's...
Slaughter. What happened to them?
The black ring will actually give you a job to kill the demons. That's a nifty looking little bag there. Okay. Okay. Whoa.
A ghostly aura rises from the butchered corpses, half-formed impressions of panic, fear, and pain. No single voice rises from the cacophony, perhaps thankfully.
I honor your spirit.
A spectral mass lies before you, not one or two beings, but parts of several, slaughtered together, then left to rot without care or ritual. Disparate glimpses of pain and horror drift past you like a fever dream. A limb is rent from its socket, accompanied by a hollow, ghostly scream. A robed woman crawls away desperately, her face a mask of terror. A sage old dwarf holds his own innards in his hands with bloody bemusement.
Brother Amant, bless your spirit.
The spirit of a man in priestly robes drifts from corpse to corpse, head bowed. He murmurs blessings over each of them.
Merciful Seven, smile upon your fallen servants. Brother Ashwell, Brother Triskel, Sister Revria, usher them forth to the Hall of Echoes.
He notices your presence.
Sorcerer, this island is nothing but death. You should leave.
Say that you want to know what happened here.
The spirit utters a sigh. Even after having parted from his body, he retains a heavy heart.
This island was once a place of learning, of healing. Corrupt things have long stalked the fringes of our world. Demons. We sought to help those who fell prey to the foul beasts. One of our number, a doctor, brought an invalid before us. An elven maiden who had become infested with some presence. It was powerful. Too powerful. So we sealed it and the poor elf it inhabited in our deepest vaults. Sometimes incarceration was the best we could muster in such dire cases. But the doctor who found her was determined to make a name for himself. He attempted a cleansing ritual, but he only served to strengthen the demon's grasp over the elf. The demon possessed him. Soon the whole island was overrun with monstrosities and bathed in blood. Our blood. It's a corrupt place now. No good thing has cause to be here.
Tangled amongst the mounds of corpses are glimpses of fractured spectral forms, pleading eyes, grasping hands, wailing mouths. A chorus of cries and moans coalesce into a single mournful voice.
You live. We hear your heartbeat. We feel your breath. Come closer.
I've never done this before, so let's fight.
Why have you come here? This island is nothing but pain and blood.
Say that you are here to seek power.
We cannot help you with such things. We are beyond it. But you have questions. We can feel them. Ask.
Wonder what happened to this place.
A dark force erupted from within an innocent whom we had tried to help. It made this island its own and killed all that it found.
Suggests that you might be able to help them somehow.
We are beyond help. There is only pain.
Ask who they were.
We were scholars, priests and priestesses. We sought to study the evils of the world so that we could defeat them. Instead, we were consumed.
Sister Cleodna, rest your spirit.
Alright, so yeah, I never used the spirit sight around that area before, so always try to keep that up and running. It's a barrel. Inside it's 11 gold. Alright, enemies up ahead. Nothing too significant though. Run, 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 run. Alright, so Bloodspawn just blew out of nowhere. Alright. Nothing too difficult though. These guys are level 15. Just Spirit of the Black Ringer right Ring Reaver over there. Smack. One shot. Alright. Next. Oh, I ran out of juice. Oh well. Alright, how do I want to do this? There are 4 enemies left. Pretty sure this is not going to do much because they're demons. It did a little bit. Wow, look at that movement. Okay. Onto the dwarf.
The spirit of a black-ringed defiler swings her ghostly blade at invisible foes. She turns and shouts to unseen comrades. Her voice is a guttural snarl, ruined by the effects of death fog.
Go, find the druid. We need to find out what he knows. I'll hold these things off.
She turns back and cleaves her sword through the air. It makes contact with something. The echo of a bestial roar catches your ear.
We learned that the Black Ring forces were intent on finding a druid who could help them complete their task on the island.
Be grateful that you don't feel the need.
The howling. How can you bear it?
The spirit cocks his head and covers his ears, hoping to muffle screams that only he can hear.
Give the spirit an incredulous look. You don't hear any howling.
Ah, I thought the ancestors' screams had drawn you here as well. They came to me on the wind, though I am not sure the devil's breath that perturbs the air here can rightly be called wind. It is no wonder it screams. The tree is barely more than carcass, blistered and charred. Its spirit wails into the ether, but I can't understand its words. Perhaps you can succeed where I can't. My heart breaks for our ascendant. Find a way to relieve its suffering, and I will find a way to reward you.
Express your confusion. Who or what is he exactly?
A druid. There are too few of us. Elf-kind finds value in flesh where memory lingers. I collect memories, yes, but I am more keen on bark and leaf. On the living breeze, not the sleeping past.
Dig for more information. You must know something useful.
Well, yes. I have kept my ears to the ground, ghostly they may be. This is an archive, a library devoted to history and scholarship. There must be a record there of the elf that spawned the corrupted tree. I can't say where its entrance lays. The whispers that speak of the archive are all but drowned by my ancestors' grief.
We already know about that. Alright, quest I never picked up before. We read the archivist's journal. From it, we learned the true identity of the ancestor tree. It was once called Elenessa, blah blah blah. We already know about that. We met the spirit of an elven pilgrim, a druid. He had hoped to ease the pain of the corrupted ancestor tree. Perhaps we can look into the matter. The spirit of the druid should suggest that the priest's archive may contain useful information regarding the ancestor tree. I don't think I can grab anything from this. Nope. Alright. You guys can't see me flailing my mouse about. Skeletal cat.
I've spotted something.
Warfare and Hydra Sophist. Might as well. So yeah, over here is this is where you'll actually end up if you take the boat. But since it goes through death fog, it'll probably kill you unless you're undead. Alright, looks like we got finished our full circle here.
The statue is a striking sight, a sizzling blue totem on a blood-red isle. Even stranger, a shard of polished iron peeks from under the statue's base. There's something hidden beneath this massive sculpture. Looking closer, you notice the statue's clerical garb, so similar to that worn by the ghostly priests bonded to the isle. An unlikely coincidence.
The hymnal you found described a burning guardian such as this. Sing a melody written within.
The hymn twines around the effigy like a fine thread. Guardian burning bright with sourceful flame, abide the sacred call, reveal the godsless hall. Winged keeper, song doth bid you break. The priest shall scry the demon's lies, the chains await their captive. From stone to dust, from stone to dust.
Like a charm.
The blazing blue flame seems to burn your finger the moment you touch the statue, and you yank it back in pain. Somehow, though, your skin is unblemished, yet the discomfort remains. The hymn twines around winged keeper from stone to... The imposing statue looms over you. The flames enveloping it flow upwards, stoked by unseen magic, then dissipating in the thick air. The hymn twines around the effigy, winged from stone...
So we broke the seals of pretty much all 3 vaults. That's what it's just saying here. Same for here. Or actually... Yeah, we discovered a strange blazing sculpture that seems to be guarding something. We were unable to uncover its secrets, however, though we just blew them apart. Okay, good to go. I may show them off anyway, even though there's not really much reason to do that quest, because I'm not going to be able to complete it. But, speaking of completing quests, let's go to Stone Garden Graveyard. Go say hi to Tarquin.
Ah, you again. Any luck in old Lady Surrey's tomb?
First, let's see if you have anything of worth. Got some... Nope, not very much on the two-handed front, it looks like. It's a little annoying. Hey, a level 16 crossbow, though. Look at that thing. Anything else of worth I want to mess with? Probably not. Alright. That necklace would be a good, nice upgrade. Gives wits, geomancer, or master perseverance. Sure, we'll put that there. It'll be an upgrade for once. So all of that. Sell those, sell that, sell that, and sell that. I can almost afford it. Is there anything else I would like to sell? I'm never going to use these minor potions. Alright, cool. At least I was able to afford it. Accept. Show the object you found. Is this what he wanted?
He places his hand on the artifact, and it drones in the demonic tongue. When, as one, I am slayer of sin and the bane of the living, restore my twin, make me whole. The object continues. In archive of old the blade resides, an isle of blood where demons abide.
It's true, then. Anathema. Within reach. Tell me, is this all there was? There weren't any other curios in there?
Assure him that this object pulses with immense power. It must be what he's seeking.
Amazing. But not unexpected.
He breathes a long, lugubrious sigh.
It's time I leveled with you. This is the hand grip of the fabled anathema. A sword capable of annihilating anyone. Even a divine. Imagine it. Holding in your hand a force that could wipe away sun and shadow. A sword of life and death, miracle and sin. A sword of atonement. I can restore anathema to working condition, but this is only half of it. We still need the blade. How fortunate that the hilt has already told us where to find it. Blood Moon Island.
Show him the artifact you found in the archives. Is this the other piece?
The object quivers as Tarquin nears it, and hums a response. Connected as one, the past and present slain. Absolution and redemption await the one whose sins are many.
Oh, very good. Very, very, very good. This, my friend, is the key. Give me some time, and every deity in existence will tremble at the sight of you.
He holds out his hand expectantly.
Hand over the parts. You'd like to see what this anathema can do.
Lovely. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must work.
Tarquin turns away, but continues to mutter excitedly, almost religiously about anathema.
Alright, cool. So we got that done. Let's see. Tarquin identified the artifact as a piece of a weapon called anathema. He suggested we head to Blood Moon Island in search of other components. We gave the pieces of anathema to Tarquin. Quest complete. So yay, we can accomplish something. Speaking of accomplishing something, let's go ahead and put on that new necklace. This will give us a nice little boost of magic armor, which we kind of need at this point. Alright, we are level 16 at the moment.
Let me think. A sprinkling of skull dust, a vial of dog's drool, dried illweed, a few more odds and ends, and I can get back to the ship.
Oh, forgot to sell him the armor.
Let me think. A sprinkling of skull dust, a vial of dog's drool, dried illweed, a few more odds and ends, and I can get back to the ship.
There you go. Let's go back to town real quick.
Glad there's anything more.
Perfect. That's what we needed. So we have access to Superior Stardust now. So I'll take that and purchase those, and that's really all we need.
Ovis, how can you afford his stuff? Until later then.
Alright, so what we can do now is we can take those herbs we just got.
Bishop Alexander was slain by seekers.
Keeping it together, Bree. I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
And combine with...
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Alright, so with this we can make Superior Stardust. And with Superior Stardust and some Bone Dust, we can make Superior Pixie Dust. And with Superior Pixie Dust, we can take that and start combining large runes to make better runes. Split the item, please.
Keeping it together.
That makes a giant flame rune.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends.
And then we
Never
can take
forget it.
that giant flame rune, and we can give it either a frame of power, which will make it so it gives you some plus intelligence. Nothing too significant, but it's something. And then what we can do now is there anything else we want to mess around with? Increase our dodging if we really want to. Not a big deal. Increase physical damage. Alright, so what we can do is manage runes, extract, gear, select, extract, insert. That giant, I believe giant is the largest you can get, fairly certain.
Keeping it together, Bree. I'm all right.
So
as
now
long as I
my
don't
crit
think
chance is
about it too much.
94%.
You're
And then we can
safe
take
among
this
friends. Never
combine
forget
with
it.
the other rune we have. And that Superior Dust. And now we have another giant rune. Is there anything else we can really mess around with? Probably not. But I'm gonna go ahead and split these. Do that. Okay. Auto sort, please. Thank you. Alright, so one thing we can do.
Woke up this morning in a sweat.
We can extract
Can't
that.
get that
Just
thing
insert
out
the
of
other
my
one.
mind.
Go to her,
Made
go to
it back,
gear,
safe and sound.
select,
That's all
insert
you gotta think about right now.
this, which will give resistance and intelligence.
Easier
So
said
that'll
than
give her a
done,
nice little
Ada.
buff. Okay. So there you go, made a little bit of progress. Nothing too significant, but it's something. One other thing we can do while we're here. What's the button for crafting? There it is. If we go to armor, we can make an armor of the Eternals right now. We have the components for it. And it's based off our level, so we just leveled up, so let's go ahead and combine this. And let's take a look at this thing. Level 16 has 384 physical armor, 59 magic armor, it has air resistance, movement, immunity to stun, inflicts stun on contact, immunity to shock, reflects 10% of melee damage as air damage. So it's a pretty nice little armor, piece of armor there.
Well, keep steady.
What's it look like?
People still need potions.
Yeah, looks like that.
Be by soon enough.
Doesn't have much in the form of stats, but I'm okay with that. So manage runes, extract, gear, switch to the armor of the Eternals. I like how it's labeled as a common item. And do we have anything that gives air resistance? Yes, we do. So we'll go ahead and just put that in there. That should be good to go. Alright. Alright, well, while I'm in town, I'll probably go and recharge my source because I'm completely out. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call this a video. We got a quest done finally. I'll probably go ahead and pay a visit to the elves, and by that I mean I'm gonna go to the place that's near the elves that we have yet to go to. Should be level 14, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Anyway, I am the Depressed Eeyore. This was Divinity Original Sin 2. See you guys later.